now that I've deleted everything off my phone for more storage, I need to get a vlog phone, or sorry, a vlog camera, because my phone is not the place anymore. It was at first, but just not anymore. We've grown out of that. Assalamualaikum, ahlan wa sahlan wa marhaban, welcome back. You know who it is, Boss Niqabi, back at it again with another video. A big shout out to all my new subscribers. Wow, I have accumulated so much more. I have been gone, I have been away, dealing with, you know, all the lockdowns in Ontario, all the emotional, stuff, spiritual stuff. Ramadan just happened and it's over, and now we're waiting for the next Eid to come, sometime next month. Life is crazy right now, but I'm really happy and glad that all of you have been patient with me and you're still here. Some of my videos caught wind in the Middle East somewhere, and then people just loved my vlog videos. So, you know, I might be considering doing some of those. Actually, no. I will be doing more vlogs. Who am I kidding? But if you can just read the title real quick, I'm doing a video about niqab. It is a highly requested video. A lot of sisters have come to me for advice, for tips on how to go about wearing the niqab, or even just hijab in general. But I'm making this one about niqab. So I have a list of questions here on my Mac. I'm going to read them out and inshallah answer them the most honest way as possible, in a way that's not depressing, but in a way that can help you understand, you know, a little bit of my journey. It's been quite the journey. So let's start. Oh my God. Okay, so the first question here, I'm just reading off of my Mac. How long have you been wearing the niqab? Have you ever taken it off? And were you forced to wear the niqab? So I guess some sisters had some pretty pressing questions. I've been wearing my niqab for about 9.5 years. For all of you who don't know, I just finished celebrating my 10th Ramadan. So I'm going to be 10-year-old Muslim. Yep, been Muslim for 10 years. Out of those 10 years, I have worn the niqab for 9.5. It was something that I've always wanted to do when I first became Muslim. And I'm glad that I have mustered up the strength to finally wear it all of these years. And it's been tricky. No one has ever forced me to wear this whatsoever. Have I ever taken it off? I've taken it off for a brief moment. I'm going to say for maybe a period of 4 months. But then as soon as I came to Toronto, I was like, I'm popping that sucker right back on, because more people in the bigger cities, they're more educated and they're a little bit more accepting to people, their cultures. Yes, a lot of things are going on right now in the world, a lot of racism, and people are just really coming out of the woodworks with that. But coming into the big city, there are a lot of pros, and one of them is that you will find people like you and people that are more understanding. And there's less ignorance in the big city because you do see more. Did you decide to wear it on your own, or did you grow up wearing it? Okay, so clearly this person did not know that I am a revert. I did not grow up wearing this. Have I grown wearing this throughout my journey as a Muslim? Absolutely. I was never forced to wear this, and yes, I did decide to wear this on my own. No one has told me to wear this. I've made an executive decision that this is what I want. That's all. Question number 3 is, it's a heavy one. Have you ever been bullied or made fun of for wearing it? Alrighty then. If you've watched my other videos that I made in November, you already know the answer to this. But I have been bullied in the past, and I have been made fun of for wearing it in the past as well, by both Muslim and non-Muslim alike. Now, try to understand that, you know, Islam came as something strange, and it will go back to being something that is strange. So a lot of people will project their own fears and their own insecurities onto you for doing something that's a little bit out of what they consider norm or out of their comfort zone. So I'm gonna leave it there. I've had a lot of experiences, good and bad, with the face veil. And yes, the answer to that is yes. Does it make it right? No. Should it scare you from wanting to continue your journey as a Muslim, growing as a Muslimah? All these things, it shouldn't. People, there are Muslims out there in the world who just hate Islam. I'm gonna leave it there. Next question. Okay, so what does niqab represent to you? Okay, so for me, the niqab is just one extra layer of modesty for me. I wear it basically for protection. I wear it for Allah, obviously, first and foremost. But being in the big city, when I had first got here, interesting story, I was actually being followed by Muslim men, and that made me very uncomfortable. So I said, you know what, how about we just get back on that bandwagon? It was around the time where I had removed it for that 4-month period. I had removed it for a bit. And then I was like, you know what? Now is the perfect time to wear it. Don't ease your way back into it. Just do it, you know? And I did. But the representation of it represents freedom to me. It's very feminine. It's very ballsy. It's very empowering. You know, it's like a barrier, a good one, if anything. People know right away when they see you, regardless if they like it or not, they have to respect you. Yeah, some people will say rude comments, whatever. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
People aren't given that access to you that they would normally get from other people. So it's very empowering for me as a woman to have those boundaries in place. And we'll talk more about boundary setting in another video, inshallah. So next question. What are some common misunderstandings about you wearing the niqab? Okay. Big misunderstanding is that you cannot succeed wearing the niqab. You can't succeed in this life. You can't succeed in getting a job and all these little worldly affairs. You cannot succeed doing that. That is false. You can get a job. You can do anything you put your mind to be honest. And you just have to not allow other people and their insecurities to be projected onto you. Because that's all it is. It's not that you can't do it. It's just those people have made it up in their minds that if they were in your position wearing a face veil, that they wouldn't be able to make it. And I want you to know that you can, and you will, okay? We have a whole network of Muslim women who will be there for you. We all want to see people win. At least in my circle, we want to see people win. Gotta make that distinguished. Oh, that you're automatically religious. A lot of people want to attribute wearing the hijab, wearing the niqab to religiousness, and they really don't go hand in hand. In my own personal opinion, because I've met people who pick and choose what they want. What I consider to be a foundation for Islam and what's really important. Other people kind of skip those steps and they do the complete opposite. Some people kind of get on a little bit of a high horse and think that they're holier than thou because they wear the face veil. That's not necessarily the case. Just because you wear a face veil, you are like everyone else. If you wear it for Allah, obviously that matters. But if you're wearing it because you want praise from your community or from your group friends, your friendly group or whatever, it shows. It really does show. And another misunderstanding is that because you wear the niqab, like you've renounced the world. Literally had someone ask me if I still brush my teeth. And I had to be like, yeah. Some people ask, like, you know, when you wear the hijab, people ask, like, do you still do your hair? Do you have, like, hair tools, blow dryer? Yes, I do. Yes, just because I wear a hijab, wearing a niqab, does not mean that I renounce the world. It's just, you are not part of my world. Therefore, you do not get to see what happens behind closed doors, you know? So it's like, you know, I don't know, it's very private. Your life is more private. You are the one who controls what people get to see of you, what they get to know of you. And that's beautiful. Privacy is important. Next question. What are some interesting stories that you've experienced? And you know what? Most of my interesting stories evolve around like children, like very, very young children. I'm talking about children under the age of 5. Or maybe let's just say under the age of 10, where they'll compare me. They will compare me to like superheroes. Batman is the main one. They'll think that I'm like a ninja, which is really cute. When children, say these things, I know it's coming from a very innocent place. It's coming from a place of just pure imagination and creativity. It's what they see on TV, and they're trying to put one and one together because they honestly do not understand. There was a little boy, just like a baby, like 18 months old maximum. We were in the store, and I was like picking some things out in like the electronics section of like Walmart. And his mom was on the phone. She's just doing her own thing. And the boy points to me and he's like, "Mom, look, it's a cloud." I bust out into laughter because I've never heard that before. But for a child to look at me as like a cloud, I thought that was cute. Mom was embarrassed. Okay. But I think by me laughing about it was like more reassurance for her. Like, it's okay. A lot of the times what parents do is like when their child makes a remark, like they'll want to just like motor off right away. And I think that people need to understand that children are allowed to be children. Let them run with their imagination. Some kids, yeah, when they see you walk like this, they're going to be afraid. It happens. It's not good, but they see things on TV. What is it, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban? Remember the Dementors? Some people have gotten scared because they thought I was that. No lie. So let the kids run with their imagination. If someone does get scared, obviously, like, it's a great opportunity to like educate them and be like, hey, it's okay, I'm just a human, I'm a person, But I've never really gotten any serious negative experiences with children. They've all been positive with children, if anything. Have I got negative experiences with adults? Of course. Of course. If there is like a window for them to be ignorant, like, they will definitely kick that sucker in. Okay? We're gonna leave it there because I just want this to be light and happy. Are you strict and religious? No, I'm not strict and religious. I think when people say that, based on my own personal experience, they want to know how you treat others. And when it comes to Islam, religion, spirituality, I take it more as like a very personal thing. That is for me. And for me alone, this is my journey. I'm still learning things. And a lot of people ask this because they might be afraid or they've had a bad experience. I've had interesting experiences with Muslims, with other reverts, with other niqabis, with born Muslims, just Muslims from all walks of life. And a lot of them, like I said, one of the misunderstandings is that you are automatically religious. Maybe I carry myself a little bit more differently, but the way I carry myself shouldn't be any different than how you carry yourself without niqab on. As Muslims, we're supposed to carry ourselves in a specific way, and it shouldn't be like all rigid and hard and strict. I've had people that don't even believe in saying like assalamu alaikum to Muslims unless they know like their aqidah, and I just thought that was a bit much. So I'm not of them. I'm not of those people, okay? I don't consider myself strict or religious. I'm more spiritual, and everything that I do in terms of deen is for myself first and foremost. I allow people to be themselves because I understand that this is their journey. It's between them and Allah. As long as they don't try to affect me in a negative way, we're good. Do you have any advice, tips for those struggling or seeking to wear it? My first tip to wearing the niqab: don't go from 0 to 100 like overnight. I say you should build up to it. I didn't go from 0 to 100 overnight wearing this either. Even with my own hijab, I started very small. I started wearing long sleeves, long pants. I've always had a very conservative nature. And I had a childhood mentor tell me this herself when she saw me wearing the hijab for the first time, because I was afraid of like repercussion at the time, because a lot of people were getting very upset at the fact that I was wearing just hijab in general. And, she was very sweet to me. But when you wear the hijab, in general, it should be in steps. And, some people, they'll start off by wearing pants. I was wearing pants when I first started. I started wearing more loose pants, long sleeves. Then I went into like, you know, the blazer mode because it was just easier to cover with a blazer or a cardigan. And I had like a scarf on, like I had one around my neck at start, and then I had one around my head afterwards. And I finally decided I'm going to wear my hijab. And then afterwards, I moved on to wearing skirts. You know, I think skirts are very, very elegant, very pretty, like long skirts. And then more of flowy skirts. I used to make my own skirts. And then I went into wearing like an abaya. And then from there, you know, slowly but surely just got to where I am. I like wearing dresses. I like wearing abayas. I also like wearing jibabs. I think they're very beautiful. But it wasn't done all in one day. It was done like baby steps. You know, you can wear this, but what I've noticed is people who do go like from 0 to 100, within like 6 months time, they also just end up removing everything. So I think you have to make sure that your intentions are pure, or you have really good intentions towards it. And I would say pray on it a lot. I don't believe that the niqab is fard, meaning I don't think that it's obligatory. I don't think that it's mandatory. I do, however, feel that it is highly recommended. And, you know, if you feel that this is your journey, then you should definitely try it out. You know, maybe try it out one day, see how people react to you, see how you can handle it, and then try it for another day and just keep going from there. But as you're wearing your niqab, or as you're trying to get there, just keep making good intentions. That's all that matters. It's usually your intentions behind it. If your intentions is to do good, then good will come your way. That's how I see it. And when I first started wearing my niqab, I had no problems. You know, I think that the transition will be easy. And if any of you ever do have questions, like, feel free to reach out to me. You can reach out to me on social media. Come to me on Clubhouse. Message me on Twitter. I'm there for you. Would you recommend others to wear it? What about non-Muslims? Okay, so this was a question that someone had had commented in one of my videos regarding whether or not I would recommend non-Muslim women to wear the niqab. Like I said, it all goes down to intentions. I think that if you do wear it for religious reasons, you know, it's a little bit easier for you. But I want everyone to know, like, there are other, like, Abrahamic faiths that do wear the face veil. Orthodox Jewish, Orthodox Christians. It is common for them to wear the face veil. Not just Muslims. Do I recommend people to wear the face veil? I don't recommend if you're not Muslim, because people will automatically assume that you are Muslim. And if you tell them that you're not Muslim, a lot of people will not understand that other religions wear the face veil as well. So you might get ostracized. And that is how people react to things sometimes. It doesn't make it good. It makes it very wrong. I think people should wear whatever they want to wear. But if you're going to wear the face veil, it should be done in a very respectful manner, especially if you're not Muslim, because you will be labeled as that. You will be looked on as that. And if you do anything bad, regardless if you're Muslim or not, they're going to paint all of Islam and all the Muslims with it, with whatever you did. So you do have like a sense of responsibility at the end of the day, but it's mainly on your character and how you treat other people. What you do to yourself is your business. How you treat other people, however, is what people are going to judge. There's a question here about any personal struggles, and that I believe is the last question. So do I have any personal struggles of my own? Yeah, of course I do. Everyone has their own personal struggles. Everyone struggles with their iman going up and down. Have I considered removing the face veil, the hijab, the everything? Yes, I have. At one point in my life, I did consider it. It was a difficult time for me, and it had nothing to do necessarily with my belief in Allah. It had to do with just the stress of dealing with people's toxic behaviors towards me. And I didn't want to associate any longer with people that looked like me. So when I talk about I've been bullied before, like I have been by other niqabi sisters, people that are in the community right now and doing well for themselves, alhamdulillah, but like they've affected me. You know, some people have come into my life and played a big role in my life and tried to pretty much destroy me, and that was difficult. But at the end of the day, what's important to me is that I chose to wear this for Allah. I didn't wear these things for those people. I didn't choose to wear this stuff to impress someone else. So I chose to keep it. You know, and at the time, when I was new to Islam and someone tried to destroy my life, you know, I really had to hold on to the deen. And the only thing that kept my deen intact was my face veil. Even though everyone tried to tell me, remove it, you shouldn't wear it, you're never gonna get a job, ha. They really came at me for that. But deep down inside, I knew if I remove my niqab, just only takes one piece at a time for everything else to be removed. You know, so I really had to hold on strong to what I believed in, what was right for me, regardless of what everyone else thought. And here I am today as Bossy NIQABI. You know, I had to go through those experiences. I had to go through those struggles. I really did, because that was like the foundation of what made me who I am today. And I have this this reminder here that I pin up. And it's like, what do you do with the bricks people have thrown at you? So whenever someone tries to attack you personally, you know, directly, indirectly, whatever the case is, the way I look at it now, it's like a brick. And what do I do with those bricks? Do I take those bricks and throw them at someone else? No. Do I take those bricks and just give them away freely? No. I take those bricks and I use them to build a very solid foundation from where I will stand to protect myself from other people throwing more bricks. So I'm just collecting bricks. Every struggle that I get, I just collect the bricks, build my foundation. It's just not necessarily to build a wall, but to just build my own little space that whosoever has thrown bricks in the past, they don't get to come into. It's just that simple. So yes, I have struggled with my niqab. I've struggled with my hijab. Iman goes up and down all the time, and we know this, but you have to hold on to what is important to you at the end of the day. And it may be difficult, but you have to be strong. I tell people, like, wearing the face veil, working in the public sector, it's not an easy task. You have to deal with people who may not respect you, may say ignorant things without knowing that you're a niqabi, because, like, if you're working in an all-women's environment, you can just remove it, and people wouldn't know. You know, people get shocked. People have talked, you know, in my face, but like in their language, badly about me, until they start seeing me wear the whole getup, and then they're like a different person. They're shocked. You know, some people are relieved when they see that there's a niqabi sister working at a place. You know, they feel that sense of, oh, she's gonna be like more on it, like in terms of no men allowed and all these things. So there are a lot of pros and cons, but the last 10 years have been a struggle for me, and moving forward, I want to leave those struggles behind. You know, I really want to take all those bricks that I've built a lovely foundation on and just go from there and just prosper. And I think for everyone who has been struggling for the past years, to take that time and opportunity to just do some soul searching, finding out what's important to you, and start living your life authentically. That's all I can say. That's it for the niqabi tag. I hope that it was eye-opening for you. If you have any questions, definitely comment down below. You know, I have to remind you that you are blessed and you are highly favored, and good things are happening for you. So if you're having a bad day, you gotta ask yourself a question. Are you gonna cry about it, or are you gonna boss up? Stay grateful. Assalamu alaikum. Bye.